What's up, everybody? Welcome to our Tuesday Pawnda and Horses Club tournament. Mr. Coffee, Asterbay, good to see you in the chat. Now we're live. We've got 6 players. Sparkle Horse, that's me. God Shankar, Mahar, Stop Vargan, Ripun, and Asterbay. Get in the tournament, Mr. Coffee. Get in the tournament. No, you've gotta work. Yep. Asterbait, what's up? Now we're live. I still can't connect YouTube. I think Twitch has bigger problems than the ability of their streamers to upload their YouTube videos. That's the conclusion I came to today. They have more serious problems since their whole site was hacked. YouTube connections are a minor issue. So I guess they've got their hands full over at Twitch. It's lucky the thing is even working, you know? It's lucky that Twitch is even working, honestly. Welcome, Princess Chess. Greetings all. From Princess Chess, happy Tuesday. Play Tough. Play Tough had donated 28. That's an old one. Amazon is dropping the ball. Yeah, I mean, Amazon owns Twitch. And they've been mysteriously silent since the massive hack last week. Like, what can you say? Hey, our whole site got hacked. You might want to reset your password. Yeah. But we'll see what happens. So, please be patient if you're hoping for any of my videos to be uploaded to YouTube. I can't even figure out how to manually... Someone told me I could probably make highlights out of the videos and upload them that way. We'll try that maybe tomorrow or this week. But for right now, YouTube is frozen with my ability not to upload videos. Pending ability to upload videos. So, we got tournament tonight. It's starting in 12 minutes. The Pawnda Rapid Swiss 34. My password is on my fingerprint. Alright. Join us, everyone. Join the Pawnda team. You can join the Pawnda team here. Can I put that link out there? There we go. That worked. Wow. That worked. I picked up the link and moved it from Chrome. Not sure Chrome is a good idea either. Modern browsers can be dangerous. A lot of hacks in Chrome too. Highly recommended by lichess though. The wonderful wonders of Chrome. Be afraid. Welcome, guys. And girls, if you'd like to join the tournament, you have to be a member of our Pawnda team. Here's the link for the tournament itself. We have 6 players thus far. Tournament starting in just 11 minutes. Have fun. Princess Chess, thanks for joining us. Just for a moment. Earning your keep. Wonder what Princess Chess does to earn her keep around here. Now we've got 8 players. Schieberspieler, I don't know about him. We've got Cheesy Noob, Goo, World Loser, AP87, Johan, a bunch of people. Sorry, Padre Antonio. I clicked on your name by accident. We got a bunch of people lurking in the chat there. I accidentally clicked on my friends list. We're in an unupdated mode there. 9 players now with the addition of AP87. Andrea Peroni. Peroni is an Italian beer, right? Bijak, welcome. Thanks for being a subscriber, guys and girls. Chess is a game sufficiently rich in meaning that it is easily capable of containing elements of both tragedy and comedy. There's something about that sentence that's a little too many words, you know, for a relatively straightforward I think Luke McShane is attempting to sound overly academic or something. Are you serious? Chess is a game sufficiently rich in meaning that it is easily capable of containing elements of both tragedy and comedy. Yeah, I think you're overdoing it a little bit. Luke McShane did hold me to 2 draws, but his use of the English language looks... It's a little shaky. He's trying to sound too cool or something. Anyway, not really that deep of a thought. Chess contains elements of tragedy and comedy. Yes. Okay. Anyway, it's hard to come up with a good quote every week. Thank you, lichess. So, is anyone trying to join the team? If you'd like to join our team, you have to have 100 rated games other than Bullet, and just be generally nice. New joiners are welcome. World Loser often plays. Johan is a strong player. Who else is lurking out there? Sumer just joined, so we have 9. Thought we had 9 already. Cheesy Noob, what are you doing? Cheesy Noob, I hope Cheesy Noob's getting better from his... Where are the 2300s? Well, Johan is pretty high rated. World Loser is 2300. William, can you explain why in that Fischer tile game they both smile when Tile pretended to play c6 instead of c5? I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember which game it was. I don't know that story. I always remember the story that Fischer laughed at one of... Or Tile laughed at one of Fischer's moves, so he like scribbled it out. Like he was writing it down on the... That's a famous story. He was writing it down on the score sheet, which is kind of bad form. And he was writing down... Fischer was writing down the moves before he made his moves, and then like Tile smirked or something, and then Fischer crossed it out and played a different move. And after the game, Tile asked him, why didn't you play blah, blah, blah. And Fischer's like, well, you laughed at me when I wrote down that move. He was a teenager at the time. But I don't know that story, Andrea Peroni. I'm not sure about the c6, c5. Bijak said that's not a story. I don't know. I do not know the answer to that one. So here we are, our weekly tournament for the team. Please gift, subscribe, and donate some cheers for the stream if you guys... We got nothing this week, so any kind of support, donations via Streamlabs or PayPal is always welcome. Even if someone can just donate like $1 or $5, it's appreciated. Okay, now with that public announcement out of the way, we go back to the tournament. We got 10 players now. No request to join. This Conte de Luna, relatively new player to the team. I played them just once. Yeah, we're the 2300s. They're lurking. World Loser. There's an IM out there. He's lurked before. Johan. What's Johan's rating? 24, 23, 24. Snail Rambo. Yeah, I don't know. We may not get 2300s. It's been very strong lately, but I'd like to see players from all levels. I think of late, like these tournaments have been mostly strong players, not enough lower rated guys and girls. So, all right. 3 requests join the team. 4. Jungle Warrior with 35 rapid games, 32 blitz, 5 correspondence games. I mean, it's really under the limit. He's really under the limit of 100 games. But his ratings look at least consistent. You know, that's a good sign. Even though he only has like 70 games, they're fairly consistent ratings. Mackerel Carlson does not have enough games. Join the team. You have to have 100 games approx. I'll accept 75 if your ratings are consistent. Snail Rambo, 89 correspondence. Nice. So Snail Rambo is golden. All right. And then Vital St. Petersburg, SPB, St. Petersburg, Florida. Well, he also has consistent ratings and just about 100, so 80 to be exact. Close enough. That's a strong player. There are a few good players in St. Petersburg, not Florida. Hey, William Asaji, thanks for stopping by when we have a stream, Teze. I appreciate that. You know, even if you can't play, you stop by and say hi. It gives a nice feeling of community to the stream. Thanks for being a subscriber, even if you can't play. And thanks for coming by. All right, we've got 4 players. World Loser jumped in. So we got World Loser, myself, Conte, Shankar, Druvgol. Druvgol is going up, 2151 now. Mahar, who's actually pretty strong. Statvargan, also pretty good. Beat me once. El Shakmat, occasional player. Sumaher, AP87, his rating has gone up. Repun also going up. Now everyone's going up. Astrobate's broken into the 1600s. Luck on the appeal. You wrote the story. Oh, if I'm interested. You were talking about that story. It was because Fischer played e4 and Tal trolled him by pretending he was going to play the Caro-Kann because, yeah, Fischer had notoriously a bad score against the Caro-Kann. He never really could make up his mind what he liked to play. He lost a couple times to Curis. All right. We have more requests. Wow. Kimi, yup, from Croatia. Very strong player. Also consistent ratings. Lupu Moreno. 72 games. He's got about 100. It's a bunch of new joiners. This player, not enough games, it looks like. All right, I encourage people to have at least close to 100 games rated, or I'm not going to admit you to the team. I find the people who don't have consistent ratings or enough games are not really reliable. Just close the window. We're going to lose this window. Tournament should be starting in 2 minutes, so let me get this window back very quickly. Very quickly. Oh man, we lost our window. We are back. I've been doing this a lot, like closing my windows by accident. I don't know why. It's whenever I try to add someone. Old Has Been is streaming along with me. Nice name. You're not the only one, buddy. So, Pawnda and Horses Club tournament. Don't tell me we have another join request. Oh, Tezek 2. Alright, we'll look the other way. He's a highly suspicious character. Oh, Tezek, you got in trouble for rating manipulation. Well, you certainly... Damn, this beer tastes good tonight. We never encourage such behaviors. That's not a beer. Alright. I poured water in my beer glass. I accidentally... What a sin. Alright, it's Tuesday. It's fun. We drink beer, play chess. It's all good. Yeah, so some new players. Hopefully. Bolt Blixen. Wow, we've got 17 players to start. Guys, it's a rapid. Jeroen's here. Also, former mod and a good friend of the stream. 17 seconds till we start. I can still add players in the middle of the tournament, but I'd rather do so like between games. If you'd like to take a round off or something, you can always unregister and register again. Good luck, everybody. Again, please support the stream. Donate some gift subs or subscribe. Appreciate the support. It's a new week. Be the first to cheer and be number one. Be the first to gift a sub for this week. Dhruv Goal. I'm playing a lot of e4, e5. Were you playing, I remember we must have had at least one game. Were you playing Joko Piano earlier? Man, I really ought to stick with my Sicilian. It's a tournament. All right, I'm gonna like make this my last e4, e5 game. I gotta remember we're playing in a tournament. It's a competition. Yeah, this move is risky, but it confuses people. Probably better against the Lopez, the g6, than it is against bishop c4. Hello, I am a person too, you know, not just the title. You only love me for my title and my body. Alright, seriously. For my good looks, but not for my personality. Hello, I am. Okay, this is serious danger. This is basically like a Vienna game. Sir, Mr. Coffee likes that. Sir, Mr. I am. I hate like when people are overly formal. It's a cultural thing though, you know. I think in certain countries it's more formal than others. Really depends on where you're from. Drew's, did we play like the same basic position already? Should I play knight f6 here? I don't know. Threatening d5? Maybe. Problem with knight e7 is that it's inherently, you know, you got this conflict of interest. Knight e7 is inherently a more passive square for the knight, but knight f6 blocks my f-pawn and its mobility. We have a conflict of interest. And that's what makes chess a difficult game, really. The conflicts between the different principles that you have to juggle all the time. Like, when is it more important? Which principle is more important? Not to block my f-pawn, or put my knight on a more active square where it controls the center better? So I try to stream and then, you know, this is a good move, keeping control of g4. I try to stream and be instructive. Is d5 a good move? It's probably a very interesting question. d5, bishop b5, d5 takes, d5, bishop b5, d5, bishop b5, bishop d7, bishop c6, bishop c6, knight takes c5. I can play that way. I think I'm gonna like try to be a little bit more cautious here. He can attack h6. Padre Antoni, welcome to the Pawnda Club. Pawnda. Funny, we have a like food delivery service here in Budapest that was called Netpincér, which is a very Hungarian word. Pincér means waiter in Hungarian. So they changed it from Netpincér to Food Panda. Food Panda. It was funny, I thought, you know. Some guys were sitting around, the owners of this delivery company, and like, what can we call our delivery company that's not a Hungarian, so we can expand something not Hungarian, so we can expand outside of Hungary, probably. They're like, well, let's think of a name. Panda. Everybody loves pandas. We'll call it Food Panda. It's the latest panda related reference I can think of. I'm strongly tempted to play d5 and destroy this guy's center. I catch a half point in him by just showing up. How strong am I to simply get half points just to show up at a tournament? Half point buy. This whole concept of half-point buys is a very modern one. I think this is a serious mistake. Probably white really needs to play bishop e5, threaten to smash my pawn structure. This way looks just like better for black. I mean, now I'm on bishop number 2, and I've destroyed his central pawn. What's up with that? Knight a5 move? I feel it, baby. The other possibility was, reminds me of Kojak. Here's looking at you. What was it he used to say? Wait, I watched every episode of Kojak when I was bored a couple of years ago. There's like a million episodes of Kojak. Here's looking at you, baby. No, that's like Humphrey Bogart or something. Anybody else remember Kojak references? Maybe Mr. Coffee. Asturbate, you're old enough. Who loves you, baby? That's it. Who loves you, baby? Alright, I don't know what I'm talking about or why. I'm just like saying random stuff. So, yeah. 2 bishops. That was the reference. 2 bishops for free. Damn. Who loves you, baby? I don't know, man. I'm just gonna... I feel this. I feel it intuitively. Eat my pawn. I don't care. Have a pawn. It's okay. Delicious and nutritious and intuitive. Damn, dude, you don't know Kojak, Mr. Coffee? What? You said you're going to be 46. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. Mr. Coffee must be lying about his age. He must really be like 39 or something. Well, you got shows that are probably virtually parallel in terms of dates there, Mr. Coffee. Just, you must not have been a fan of detective shows or something. Did you ever watch Barney Miller? That was a comedy, but it was still a police show. Okay, old TV references today. Padron Tony can only play a couple of games, and then I have to leave for a boring work dinner. Yeah, there's nobody here old as me. Nothing like a boring work dinner. It's not as fun as a wedding. Who loves you, baby? Kelly Savas. I have like a Kojak, an original Kojak ID card that I found in my stuff from when I was a little kid. I could probably sell it on eBay for like 20 bucks. Very rare. Now I do have C5, correct? That is not a temporary... That is a temporary outpost, not a permanent outpost on D4. I always had the tendency to have like the longest games, which I apologize for. Yeah, I mean that's what we learned in the Nashua School of Chess, where I graduated. You put bishops on the long diagonals and take things. It's easy. I mean, chess is like, it's like the Smart Chopper, another '80s reference, but or Ginsu knives. They're all '80s, '90s references. Just put them on the long diagonals and start taking things, whatever's out there. You know, it's easy. Chess is easy. Yeah, this is a standard routine. I was saying to someone today, like, I mean, basically, the number one concept I've won games with is really the bishop pair. I'm sort of sad though to like trade one of them off. Your back instantly started hurt as soon as you turned 30. Man, that's early. No, I was probably good till 39. I can definitely play c5. You know, I could have played f5 at some point. Not sure if this is the right idea here, but that needs to go. Defending a little too well. Interesting and double-edged. I'm not sure if c4 is necessarily a good move. I'm just going to keep the tension. What about the d file? What about the b file? As I pointed out in my streams continuously, bishops need like dynamism in the pawn structure to really perform well. The knights like stable positions with symmetry and outposts, closed positions. I hate me for this game I just played. You hate me. I mean, you hate you. Never good to hate yourself. No good can come from that. Oh boy. I think we've got to cash in here. Or cash out. Cash out, please. I'm cashing out one of my bishops for a slight edge. We retain like a big positional advantage. The imbalanced pawn structure, better structure, better minor piece. Wei is on the precipice of disaster. Interesting. So what am I going to do now? Blokadovich. Knight c2 drops a key pawn, so he can't do that. Clearly f5 and simply f4. Is that enough? Or we can play like bishop d4. Domination station. Wow. He's actually holding this? That's annoying. Maybe b4 is not bad. But I don't know how I'm going to penetrate. Whoa. He just lost his mind. Mind meld. A Vulcan mind meld. Alright. It wasn't easy. I mean, maybe White is somehow hanging on here. He's really on the verge even of hanging on. Anyway, we got to go back to the tournament because it's been a long round. Why do I have to have the longest game out of 10 games? Damn. Favorites did pretty well. Conte de Luna held to a draw. All right, we have a total of 19 players. Would anyone else like to join? Drufko was holding there, according to the graph, like just before the end of the game. Yeah, there's some new players. A couple of new players. Kimmy, yup. But the ratings I like, I like to see those nice consistent ratings. Looks pretty consistent to me. World loser. What I don't like to see is when people are 1500 bullet and 2300 rapid. That's very concerning. I had to remove someone from the team earlier today, basically because the rating was like, it would just look bad. I mean, it was like 1800. They were 1800 blitz and 2400 rapid. I was like, you know what? No. That doesn't work. I'm sorry. That's not okay. Welcome, Delver. You're 2300 bullet. No, it's not fine, Repun. That's not okay. I will kick out people with ratings like that. At least from the team. It's my team. I mean, if I don't trust people, I'm not going to admit them to the team. This is not like a question of getting banned from lichess, but my personal team. I want to trust the people that are here to represent us in tournaments, team battles, whatever. I am not going to have people that I don't believe are legit. I played a game with e4, g6, h4 the other day. Man, I'm tired of having the longest game every round. Yeah, I mean, ratings that are 200, 300 points, it's okay. But 500, 600, that starts to get not okay. The rapid ratings are inflated across the board, it looks like. So if you're 2100 blitz and you're 2300 rapid, it's okay. But when you've got like 1400 bullet and 2400 rapid, it means you're using an engine to make your rapid moves. I mean, clearly. In most cases. Or you're like 80 years old. You're an 80-year-old title player who is having trouble with his arthritis, like picking up the mouse. But there's not a lot of those around. All right, classical Pierce. Bolt is provisional. You get provisional. You become provisional again. I think they should have different things, actually. There should be provisional ratings, but there should be, like, inactive. Should they necessarily be the same thing? Like, the question mark next to your rating means you're, like, provisional. But honestly, that seems wrong to me. They're actually different things, right? Provisional would be like you haven't played enough games yet. Karpov, Korchnoi. Last game of the World Championship match, 1978. I just did a video on that. Um, I lost against Bolt Blitzkin. No, it was someone else. Blixton. It's hard to say. Say Bolt Blixton like 100 times really fast. Um, if our title player is 1400 bullet, it seems fine. You think that seems fine? I don't think it seems fine. What kind of title player is 1400 bullet, man? Honestly. Like a WFM who got their title from winning the Australian zonal with like 3 people in it or something? I would be, I hate bullet, but I would still be like 2200. You know. Seriously. BG4, the BGs. That's not what Korchnoi played. BG4 is a little unusual. What would Farago Ivan do? This is a boring conversation. I'm done talking about what my bullet rating would be. Just play your game. I'm not interested in bullet chess. But any title player with a 1400 bullet rating, there's something wrong with the fact they have a title, okay? Maybe a WCM from like a really strange FIDE zone, a WCM from the African, Saharan zonal, or I don't know, like where there's no players. If it looks like a fish and smells like a fish, it's probably a fish. I mean, if it looks suspicious, it probably is. So today, yeah, I mean, there's lots of people like that, Repun. There's another question as to why they're titled. FIDE has these weird, like, zonal tournaments where, like, there were 5 people playing in the South African zonal. 5 kids. They also give away titles to kids for these, like, weird zonal tournaments that are kind of bogus. So there are some very dubious titles out there. Not all title players are legitimately deserving of their titles. Let's just leave it at that. But I would say like 96% of them probably are. There are extremely weak players who somehow got a title through some weird rule or something, Yeah, FM used to be the first real title, but then they devalued it. Not so much anymore. Well, it used to be worth more than it is now. When I got it, we had to walk uphill both ways. I was the last person to get a real FM title. I don't know what I'm doing here. I need to concentrate. My last move seems wrong. Draw? Just kidding. I'm not really offering a draw. I just changed my mind. I feel like at E3 is better. Why did I put my bishop on D2? I mean, white seems slightly better. Don't really love black's position here. Position. Gary Gnu. No Gnu's is a good Gnu's. No Benoni is a good Benoni. That's the question that we're all wondering about. Is there such a thing as a good Benoni? Let's see. I'm having trouble making up my mind about this position. Making up my mind what to do. No, I mean, I was nervous about knight a6, knight b4. Now that he's committed to d7, I don't foresee that being an issue. I wanted to wait until he committed himself. Titles don't mean anything. Ratings don't mean anything. Winning tournaments is what counts. A friend of mine said that. It sounds cool. It sounded very cool at the time. But I don't know. Ultimately, what would Farago Ivan do? Yep. Give me that. Big believer in the bishops. Every game is about bishops, right? Bishop, bishop, bishop. Show me your bishops. Earlier, my blitz was around 1500, but as I reached 2200 bullet, I gained confidence. Yeah, but I never understood that. That's like bizarre, man. That's suspicious. I thought you were cheating or something at first. I mean, that's an extremely suspicious rating distribution. You're very, very rare, man. I mean, not too many people can be like 2200 in bullet and 1500. That's crazy. I mean, you're like 1 in 100 people that could be like that. That's extremely strange, you know? How could you be 1500 in blitz? You're just like hanging your pieces because you're moving too fast? Or what, you know? Do you know how weak the average 1500 is? That is really strange. I would say don't play bullet. You know, it's bad for your game. But you don't listen to me. There's no need to play bullet chess to be good. You know, it's more detrimental than it helps. Man, I was looking at some games from the US Championship today. There's some horrible games. From people who are supposed to be like phenomenal bullet players. Really bad games I saw. One really nice game where Robson beat, what's his name? Naroditsky. Another game where So beat Lenderman. The losers of these games are playing like they're like 1900s. I think it's all has to do with bullet chess again. Bullet chess is like destroying. It's like destroying the quality of chess overall. These guys are playing too much like 1 minute chess. They don't even remember how to play real chess. I like Robson though. He seems like a really good player. Wesley is really good. Well, we all know that. I mean, Wesley So is extremely strong. Yeah, the thing I like about Robson is that even though he's like awesome at puzzles and he wastes his time on those stupid puzzles, he's also really good positionally. He's not a one-dimensional player. He played a really just perfect positional game against Naroditsky, who really does seem like a bullet player to me. I'm not super impressed. Robson is deeper. Classic Benoni here. So the B4 is coming to a theater near you. What do? It's complex. It's complex. I'm going full Karpov style the night before. No, I mean, I agree with Delver. Like, the rating system is totally messed up, too. They just play each other. It's true. But that's been the case for a long time. It's not new. Everybody in the middle is getting squeezed out, so I play, I see grandmasters who are rated 2300 while Magnus just stays at 2800. Magnus doesn't play with 1200s. Magnus doesn't play with 1900s. I mean, he's like protected and insulated. He never has to play anybody outside of his little club. Those guys, it's true. They never play anyone outside of their little closed little club. So, absolutely. Repun, you're missing the point, dude. This is a horrible move. Knight h5. Whoa. It's a disaster, I need to concentrate here. Too much talk, not enough action. Makes Jack a dull boy. No, I mean, why is my rating like 20, 2340, and there are grandmasters walking around who are like 2300, under 2400, and Magnus just stays at 20, 2830. They never play the lower rated players, and everyone in the middle is getting squeezed by the rating expansion. Like I said on my stream earlier, old school GMs 20 years ago, they never had to play people with low ratings. Like, that didn't exist. There was no one under there were no people under 2200. I mean, it makes life kind of easy. Should I play f5? Not sure about this move, objectively. White is winning, but not so easy. No, I think the rating system is broken. It's totally broken. Alright. Black sort of collapsed there, but I mean, maybe he could have defended with f6. So there's one game, World Loser versus Goo. Goo's tough. Oh my god, it's 4 minutes. And Goo's kind of fast. World Loser is exaggerated. It moves 60, he still has 4 minutes left. There's a big difference between the old days when the minimum FIDE rating for women was 2,000, for men it was 2,200. And nowadays, like, the rating's going down to like 1,000 or lower. I mean, if I had to play people who are rated like 1,900 on a regular basis, I'd probably be even lower than I am now. It's just skewing everything. I played one player one week who was the same rating as the player the next week, and the first one was like 10 times better. I mean, the second one was 10 times better than the first one. Two opponents, same rating, totally different strengths. One is like a solid FIDE master, the other doesn't even play like he's 2,200. It's weird. I just don't, I do not play people under 2,000. So luckily, I can't really go lower than 2,300. If I was wealthy, I could fix the tournaments I play and only play in super strong tournaments, where I only play people who are like 2,400 or above. I would be over 2,400. No question. Nice technique here from World Loser. But Gu is down a piece. He should resign here. He's down a piece with no time. Alright, let's forget this one. Is there any other game still going? No, just one ongoing game. Alright, so after 2 rounds, myself, Mickey, God, and Tony has 1.5. Cheesy Noob, thanks for joining, 1.5. World Loser should have 2. Gu will have 1. Droove Gold, Blet Bull. Kim lost. This new player, Kim, lost against God. Major upset. 200-point upset. I would call it 200-point upset major. More than minor. Alright. Thanks everyone for joining. Please support the stream if you can. Donate some gift subs. Be generous. We need your support. I can't do this for free. Okay. About the only way to climb up the rating ladder is to pay $1,000 per norm round robin. Well, I mean, to play in a norm tournament costs about $1,000. Like, I don't know about bribing. If you're talking about, like, bribing for results. The only way to climb up the rating ladder, you gotta spend $500 on travel, you know, $300 on hotel accommodation, $200 on a tournament entry fee. Yeah, I mean, you gotta spend at least $1,000 to play in like an IM tournament. Maybe you come to Hungary, but you still need to have to pay for the travel, you know, flying over here. So it's still, that's why I moved to Hungary. I could do the same thing for less. But now, you know, and like good open tournaments are really expensive too. Like Isle of Man, Gibraltar, Reykjavik. Reykjavik's not that good actually, because there's some low-rated players there. But even the like strongest open tournaments are pretty exclusive. If you really want to play in a good open, it's going to cost you. Gibraltar has like a waiting list to get into. Your best shot is strong opens like the World Open. Pardubice, there's like non-elite opens that are strong. Yeah, you got to go with other people, save money. The Indian players are very smart. You know, they travel, they have even like groups that like save money and they organize all their travel together. Mickey. We've got, all right, back to the Sicilian. National Open. They extended that to like 9 rounds. It used to be 6. But this year was really weird because of COVID. There was not a great turnout. Yeah, my problem is that I get tempted to like start playing poker if I go to Foxwoods or Las Vegas. If I have a bad game or something, I'll start tanking my tournament and playing cards instead. You have to stay focused. You know, when I won Foxwoods in like 2001, I hadn't really started playing poker seriously, so I wasn't distracted. Back in those days. But nowadays it's hard for me to play in venues where it's like a casino. So, okay, Bishop E2. I find it difficult to focus. I get distracted. Not good for me personally. Although maybe if I worked it out that I could go play the chess tournament and then hang out and play after, maybe some cards. Maybe I could avoid the conflict. That's expensive though. I thought about going to Vegas. No. Why do you say that though? Is he a chess player? There's a lot of chess players who play poker too. Um, or other casino stuff. I knew guys who were blackjack specialists. Yeah, no, I don't know. I haven't been to Vegas in years. All right, so mainline, classical dragon. Not too many people play this anymore. I like bishop g5 better than bishop e3, but white's move order was kind of weird. G4 here is unusual. It's too late. It is late for G4. You know, Reshevsky won a nice game with G4. There was also a famous game between Bafnik and Alyakin, but one of their only meetings, but it was different position. You're too late with G4. If you want to do G4, how does that work? You have to play it without castling. I lost once against that. Against this guy, this old Russian dude, who was a sandbagger. He used to, he was this like FIDE master strength guy who, he started out in like the under 1200 section. And he like worked his way up, one of those guys. He won every section till like he was beating me multiple times in like open tournaments. Dude, my friend who inspired me, who's a FIDE master, to play poker rather than chess. The quote I said the other day on the stream was like, you know, he quit chess due to perpetual brokenness. I mean, yeah. It's hard to make a living with chess. Now it's a little different. We've got this streaming thing going on. Some rather weak players are making good money by streaming, but that was never a possibility until recently. Barring that, you know, it's very hard to make a decent living from chess. Of course, there's more money in poker. All right, what do I want to do with my rooks now? The A rook defends the A7 pawn. Ace, ace on the river. I hear that I'm better at poker than chess, but love chess more. I love chess more too. It was funny. I started playing poker when I was a little kid with my friends, and I've known poker actually longer than chess. We played for like quarters when I was like 10 years old, regularly, like every week. Chess I started when I was like 12, but then I didn't play poker at all in high school or even in college, and then really discovered it again after I graduated from college in the early 2000s when the poker boom started. But chess is my like life's obsession. But I get tired of playing chess all the time. I mean, I'm streaming chess like 6 days a week. I started playing poker more lately because honestly, like, I can't play chess 6 days a week streaming and then turn around and go play chess on the weekend too. You know, it's like, it's brutal. You know, it's not good when your recreation is your day job. It's just too much. Anyways, We nabbed the pawn here. Pawn nabber. I don't know if this is a good move. I'm having trouble finding a good move for black. What variants do you play on top of regular? I pretty much just play Hold'em and Omaha. I like high Omaha high low too, but it's almost impossible to find a game. I don't play much online anymore, and I used to play like all kinds of old school variants. Actually, I played a lot of Limit Hold'em for a long time. I don't play chess variants. I thought you were talking about poker. No, I don't play chess variants. I mean, I only play Chess 960. I don't think the chess variants are good for you. Um, no poker in Hungary. Well, the Hungarian poker scene sucks. There's this. It's like you know, the government here is sort of self-declared illiberal Christian government. So gambling, any kind of gambling goes against the credo of the idea of the Christian sort of basis. Since the right wing government has been in power, they've really cracked down. Um, the gambling establishments are totally run by the government. Almost. They don't give licenses to poker clubs. There's like one poker club in Budapest. There used to be like 15, 10 years ago. The scene has just totally dried up, and there's no good casinos. The casinos suck. I don't understand it really. I mean, the government seems to love money, and they could make a lot of money if they had good casinos. I don't know. It's just part of their theme is like Christian conservatism. So I guess gambling doesn't look good. Oh no, I would never play underground poker, Dr. Chip Chance. I would never do that. There is one legitimate poker club here. Um, but it sort of sucks, honestly. No, it just isn't great. So and it's a shame because like 10 years ago it was like a blossoming poker scene in Budapest. There were all kinds of clubs, and now it's just really, really, really bad. I mean, but it's not only in Hungary. I mean, it's interesting if you go to like. I was surprised when I went to Berlin, for example. The casino in Berlin sucks. I mean, I didn't really get it. You would think like a major country like Germany and its like capital city, they would have good casinos or something. Totally not the case. It's weird. Um, I don't really love the way I'm playing this. I suppose in some countries like France and Spain and even in London, like the casinos are okay, but that's about it. Monte Carlo, obviously. A friend of mine used to live in Monte Carlo, but obviously I don't live in Spain or France, so it pretty much sucks. I don't know. The government can make a lot of money by legitimizing, you know, legitimate gambling. They used to have like electronic slot machines and stuff. Those are those are gone. Anyways, the good days are over. But there are elections coming up in Hungary. It should be interesting. The the like more liberal coalition has a chance. I mean, I don't think like poker is going to become or casinos are going to become a big deal, but they wouldn't be as rough on it. as the right-wing conservative Christian government is. It's lucky, though, they didn't ban online poker. I thought they were going to. I was ready to move out, but they never did. It was very surprising. Nowadays, I don't play online poker, so it doesn't really matter. So Australia has no online gambling anymore. Interesting. I didn't know that. Is it the same situation? Like conservative government shut it down? I mean, they did the same thing in the United States. It's like conservative casino magnate who just passed away. What's his name? Asterbate. He was the one who like killed online poker. Sheldon Adelman just died recently, right? Didn't he? I love it how like a Republican donor who was like one of the biggest casino owners in Las Vegas is like against online gambling. It's obviously not a question of morality, but he did everything. He invested millions and millions and millions of dollars to shut down online poker in the US over the years. All right, it's over. Yeah. Anyway, that's an old story. So we're back to round 4 coming up. God Shankar with 3 points. Who else is playing? And Tony going for 2.5 points. What's going on? Guys, please support the stream. Let's get our first gift sub and a cheer. Or just follow. We have any follows? We have On the River followed, Krasniki, Frederick Loves have followed. Thanks, guys. Little word about our YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. Because of the Twitch hack, YouTube videos cannot be uploaded from Twitch. So I don't know what's going on with that. I think Twitch has bigger problems at the moment. But eventually we get our Twitch videos back, I hope. What is happening here? Perpetual check? Or mate? Looks like perpetual check. There's an easier perpetual check there. But I think Queen F8 is risky because Black has Queen G7. Now Black's thinking about whether or not to play G5, but it's very likely not a healthy idea. Black could get mated if he tries anything fancy there. He did though. Not a fearful player, this guy, but he's asking for trouble. I suspect Black could be in danger here. It is definitely possible to get mated now. I don't see it, but I'm just saying it's possible. Theoretically. Try not to panic. Welcome everyone to the stream. Every week we host this tournament for our team. It's either Blitz or Rapid. We will do something for Halloween maybe. Astrobate requested. We should have a thematic tournament. Mr. Coffee, if you're out there. Mr. Coffee is one of our mods. I think we should do a thematic tournament the week of Halloween. Let's do a thematic, you know. I don't know though if we should vote on it. are we gonna automatically do like a Halloween theme Frankenstein Dracula? Bomb PP? Another strong player. Wow. Okay. Getting some strong players in there. Oh, Kim's still playing. They lost a game. Uh-oh. Yeah, Drupal is tough. He's holding a draw here against his 2400. But I'm not surprised. I mean, he also plays very tough against me. I mean, I've been kind of training these players with consistently having tough games against them. I think the players on my stream are pretty strong for their rating. I'm probably a little underrated here. Yeah, if I want a specific thing, I'll set it up. I was just thinking if we should do like a poll. You have any ideas? Let me know. It's rook against rook. El Shachmat. Oops. El Shachmat. Bolt Blixton. Whoa. Crazy position. My god. Both sides could queen. Clearly. Black is about to get a second queen in the very near future. Kind of a nightmare scenario for white now. How can he use his dark square bishop? Can he control the queening square? Maybe. No. Wow. Major upset there. 200-point upset. Move 11, welcome. It's not too late to join. Sybil, or whatever your name is. There are 24 players. Dr. Tripchance never showed up. Aldisto never showed up. Actually, what's up with Aldisto? He was not in the list. He must have just joined now. Oh, I see. Wait, that doesn't make sense, though. How does Aldisto have a half point in the first round? He wasn't on the list, and he's still not here. How does that work? He joined and then unjoined again? He just wanted to get his half point? Or maybe he's coming back later. Maybe they just wanted to come back later. Move 11, welcome. Mr. Move 11, VIP and founder. The Founders Club. You just joined. Oh, okay, so you automatically get a half point for the first game? That's weird. I didn't understand that's how it works. I thought you would get a half point like now or something. So they give you a half point in the first column? You can only get a half point by. It's a weird system. I get it. Now I get it. Yeah, you just joined. You get a half point by in the first round. It's kind of a weird, totally random rule. An utterly random rule. If it was like an open tournament in the United States, they would give you like a half point for the first 3 games or something. But you didn't pay an entry fee. I mean, I think the whole thing is sort of made up. When I first started playing chess, the old days, that's really like a product of the like 90s. In the 80s, they didn't have like half point buys if you enter late. I mean, I don't think so. A relatively modern concept. All right, we're gonna attack the center with the C pawn. Play the Slav. GOG. GOG is great. Enjoying the Karpov Korchnoi series on Chess Lecture. Thanks, Move11. I just finished that. Actually, I referenced the last game. We had a game with Bolt Blixton. And why would I play this line? I don't know. Knight h4 I played too. The only casino ring in Australia lost their gambling license for money laundering. Oh, that's good. Imagine that. Can't type in that. Wouldn't want that. Yeah, well, that's how a lot of casinos, or I mean poker clubs, got shut down here too. Mostly tax evasion and stuff. Back in the mid 2000s. But yeah, it's normal. Standard procedure. I guess casinos and money laundering go hand in hand. So Move 11, I was referencing the Karpov Korchnoi last game from the World Championship 1978, which I did recently. And that was part 11 of 11-part series I did on the 1978 World Championship. Which obviously was before my time. So I'm not old enough to have lived through that and been able to pay attention to it. I was too little to really play chess at that time. But thanks, man. Appreciate you appreciating my efforts on Chess Lecture. So here we go. Chess Lecture is just a site that I work for. I'm a private contractor. Okay, right. This is standard. We have a reference chess lecture. Yeah, video chess training. No, there's a chess lecture. I do a little free advertising for them. Yeah, e5. Why is e5 not a normal move? Strange. What's going on here? Something strange going on here. I don't remember this position being a thing. So I must have made a mistake. Okay, my bad. Bishop d3 is not the right move in this position. It's the right move on bishop g6. So we have made an error. After bishop g6, I can play either e5 or bishop d3. But after bishop g4, bishop d3 is a mistake. I haven't been playing this in ages, so I messed up. Now we have a precarious situation. We're going to have to be very, very careful. Like Elmer Fudd. Not real happy about this. Bugs Bunny. Don't like the way I played this. I like the time God got mated against me in 6 moves. That was kind of weird. I guess he's legit though. I mean, his ratings look believable. 900 games rapid. 2,000 games blitz. This is conceivably perfect, you know. Very, very normal distribution of rating there. What do I do? Well, we just hope that we're not worse. Oh, what's that, Mr. Coffee? Same thing. Guys, please support the stream. Let's get a subscription this week. It's been a slow week the last week. And Mr. Coffee's not allowed to donate. Relying on him too much. Queen a5, nice move. So what am I going to do? Sacrifice? I have knight a2. Or knight a2. There is the possibility of knight a2. Knight a2 is, you're not pinning anything here. This idea of a pawn sack might actually be decent. But I messed it up, man. I mean, this is a seriously bad move. Bishop d3. I have not been playing this long variation of the Slav lately. So, I don't know. I just sort of play random stuff and wasn't prepared. Yep. I don't know here. This is a very standard position. Maybe even, let's see, e4 is correct. Bishop g4. Bishop g6 is way more common. Damn, that's a serious mistake. I'm supposed to play e5, knight d5. How does it go, actually? Yeah, I'm supposed to play e5, knight d5, trade knights on d5. Black takes the c pawn. Then I play bishop d3. I had this game with Wojtkiewicz and also with the Canadian Grandmaster Lesiege, 2 draws. That variation is extremely solid for black. It's really hard for white to get anything. But bishop g4 is less common. But this is probably okay. So now what? I mean, you could consider retiring from chess. You could consider b4. I could consider going back to c3 also, just reinforcing my center. Reinforcing. How about h3? That can't hurt, right? How bad can it be? He just plays bishop h5. So I'm not committed. I mean, I can play g4, but it looks really, really gross. b4 doesn't do anything. So I think I have to go back, honestly. Back to the future with knight c3. Reinforcing this pawn. And white is misplayed, but he's hanging on. I mean, that's me. I'm talking about myself in the third person. I am hanging on here after messing up with bishop d3. Very serious pressure that black has on my center indirectly with the pieces. Bishop f8 isn't great, you know. It's not ideal. I could play d5, but then I get forked. Fork you. Yeah. What about like bishop c2? I mean, just while we're at it, I'll reinforce my d-pawn. Not a very inspired move. What's wrong with bishop f8? You tell me. I guess it's fairly solid, but it doesn't do a lot of pressure on the center. Not ideal Slav positioning. What's happened? Asterbate, did you play World Loser? Asterbate, I want to see you in the last round. We have an appointment with Asterbate in the last round. Okay. We have a serious issue with this. But honestly, it looks like I'm okay now. I have various options. Various options. Take. Yeah, I don't know. We're out of the woods, though. You know? We're not under immediate We're not in any immediate danger, is what I'm saying. Under immediate danger. Rook d8, knight f3 check. I don't see that as beneficial. How about the a7 pawn? That looks delicious. Delicious and nutritious. Lately I've been taking a lot of like h7, a2 pawns. Could get trapped. Normally he goes against my principles. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Yeah, I don't know where I wanted him to put his bishop though. So this is literally hanging. I mean, what's he gonna do? Trap it with like c5? It's not really trapped. It's clearly like defensible. But I mean, I might run into some problems with my king side. There's also like f4, f5. Rook d8, f4, followed by f5. My king side, you know, is a little open. I don't know how safe that is. Okay, where is he gonna go? Pick a square. I'm not sure I'm going to play f5. I'm not sure I'm going to do anything here. But we could just kind of keep the tension. I think we can keep the tension. Maybe trade rooks. I could potentially play e5 or f5. If bishop h5, I have g4. I wouldn't be surprised if white is better now, but it's tricky. I mean, clearly I can win a pawn. I'm not sure if this was the right idea, though. There's another move I just saw which I don't really like. Maybe g4. That was not what I expected. Queen d8. He's trying for some kind of tactics. I was afraid of the queen coming down here. Blunders are contagious. Especially if it's you making this blunders in the same game. Blunders are contagious inside the game. I think it's like usually the second one that does you in. Welcome everybody to the stream. This is our team game, team tournament every week. Pawnda, Blitz, Swiss. Queen a5. Active move. Very active. Active. Get me out of here. We're up a pawn. Black has some compensation. But he also is in danger of losing a piece in some lines. Here it doesn't work though. f5. He just takes. No big deal. Okay, now interesting taking the knight, right? Wrecking his king side. His bishop is kind of bad. Good knight, bad bishop. Correct? Queen g3 and queen g5. Oof. He's got check and defending. Okay. Queen g3, queen c5 check. But I still like white. My king is completely safe. Now he's got big time back rank problem. And I think if the queens are traded, he's probably just lost. Yeah, this can't be good. He's totally paralyzed. Yeah, that's not good. That is not good. G3. I guess I should take his pawn. Let him out. I don't want to let him out. Stay there. I'll be with you in a little bit. I'll see you later. We're close enough now. Alright, Pawnda is a dirty flagger. I'm a dirty flagger. It's not me, it's Pawnda. Pawnda should play one day. He did a video a couple days ago. Man, we were in trouble there in the opening. That wasn't good. Alright. Subscribe to the stream. Guys, we have a Blitz stream tomorrow. Subscribers get first chance to play. Blitz 5+3 with weird openings. Wednesday mornings. Don't be shy. Appreciate if you subscribe to the stream. Business has been slow here. But I really try to share all my knowledge and experience, and I'm very sincere. Shekhar, you had a huge position out of the opening after that blunder, bishop d3. I mean, seriously, we could look at this for a minute. I did something seriously wrong. Let's see if anyone else was as stupid as me. Yeah, bishop d3 is flat out question mark. It's interesting the engine says rook d1 is best. That I don't think is the main line. It is. Wow. I am wrong. I've been corrected. I thought this was the main line. e5, knight d5, knight d5, cd5, bishop d3. But I must have been confusing it with a very slightly different position. I'm confusing this with a different position, but I don't know why or how. How am I getting this wrong? Something slightly wrong with this picture. So rook d1 is right here. Huh. Anyway, you had a great opening due to that blunder. Worst, I was minus 1.2 Looks like I'm dropping my A pawn, actually. It never even occurred to me that you could take on A4. So I should have brought the knight back to C3 right away. When you played bishop F8, I should resume my position. A draw is a good result after the blunder of bishop E3. So if you repeat moves, I take a draw. Bishop F8, knight C3, bishop B4, knight A2, bishop F8, knight C3. But I just left my A pawn hanging. That may not be good. I don't know if I have any compensation. Yeah, I mix up my openings and play different stuff all the time. Stap Vargan. For a moment, I've escaped the clutches of World Loser. I did lose to Stap Vargan, I remember. Alright, I'm playing something different. E3. What am I going to do with this guy? Don't tell me you're playing like the Kali system. Holy crap. It's the Stonewall attack. He's seriously going to play the Stonewall attack against me. You're kidding, right? Oh my god. You've been hanging out too much with Yakov. What's his name? Who's the guy from the Marshall Chess Club? Yakov Norowitz. The guy seriously plays the Stonewall attack. Yeah. No. Alright, so now what do we do? Queen E1. Bishop F3, I guess. Yeah. This looks good for black. Though H5, F5? No. I know this looks unorthodox. But I believe that it's good. I believe I can fly, right? Some meme like that. The unorthodox Stap Vargan is a bullet. He's a bullet Yakov Norowitz clone. Hard to believe that someone who's IM would seriously play the... He's a nice guy, though. He seriously plays the Stonewall attack. It's more creative than playing the London. I gotta hand him that. The London is just boring. I mean, at least if you... This was my first opening, by the way. I had a book by Andy Soltis on the Stonewall attack. That lasted one quad. I was like, I'm not playing that anymore. It didn't go well like my first Stonewall attack. I don't remember my first tournament playing with white. I must have played the Stonewall attack there too. 1985. I don't remember. I remember one game with black. Vaguely, I remember. It's the only game I specifically remember. My first game in my first tournament was a Queen's Indian sort of position. I tried playing the Stonewall attack with white though. So what am I doing here? Trading? Trading? Playing G6? How bad can it be? A3. Alright. Now what do I do? He's trying to like play on the queen side. I'm really buying this. But I really have to do something with my king, I guess. Alright. Boom. We're out. We out. I'm getting out of here. Going to the queen side. Note the bishop on c1. As well the rook on a1. I mean, these pieces are really shut down. Though I'm not sure about my decision to castle queenside. Played king h1. That is a strange move, honestly. Quite surprised by that one. That away. He went that away. Get me out of here. It's basically like a queen's... It's like a queen's gambit reversed. Yeah, b4. Another guy who played the Stonewall attack against me was this Swedish guy, Jonathan Westerberg. It was a rapid tournament in Budapest. I remember I brutally crushed him. I think he might even be a GM. It wasn't pretty. He got like positionally destroyed. I was over 2400 rapid at the time. I think we have to take this. Knights or bishops? My friend Stephen Mayer wrote a book called Knights versus Bishop, the Verdict years ago. That's the question. What's better, the knight or the bishop? Would you rather have bishops or knights? What's the verdict? Steve? It's hard to see his bishops really, you know? It's kind of hard to see those bishops coming through. I like my knights. I like my knights. Damn. I like me some knights. He doesn't like them either. Yeah, that sort of sucks. Stavbergen, it's pretty interesting player. Chess 960, 1869, not bad. 2100 blitz, 1900 bullet, very consistent. Obviously, it's a dubious opening for white that few players will risk. But again, if you take Yakov Nurowitz, for example, he understands the risks involved. I like my endgame chances. We have queen b5. No threat whatsoever. I was trying to get it as king, but he's pretty compact there. Compacto. He knocked out my knight on f5. That was gonna drop a mate bomb on him with h4. He basically had to take on f5. I mean, white was gone. Gone, I say. If not, we had a game before with Stavbergen. Was it the same opening? Okay. So what's going on here? What's he threatening? Rook takes. No. Bishop d6? No. I don't see it. Is there a threat? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else he's going to do there. Frankly, my dear. Where's my move? We should get in there. Yes. Get me in there on the white squares. Bishop d6 check, king c8. To the center. The wonderful world of Wednesday tomorrow. You guys are allowed to donate and support the stream. Don't hold back now. Queen f3, okay. I can force a trade of queens. He's on my h pawn. I don't like that. Is he threatening anything else? I have queen e4 trading. Not sure about that. h4 looks dangerous. Mr. Coffee's not allowed. Not allowed to donate. I mean, I wouldn't send you to the electric chair for donating or anything, but having been an economics scholar, I'm not really a fan of the free rider system. All right. Mr. Coffee breathes. He breathes a sigh of relief. Good knight versus bad bishop. Could you guess this was a stonewall? I think that's a cool exercise if you try to guess middle game positions, what the opening was. I mean, it could be anything. It could be a French. French would be my guess for this position, probably. If you told me to guess the opening, those stonewall attack would be up there. When you have this pawn structure for white, you know, the probability of being a stonewall attack and a dark square bishop on c5, the probability of a stonewall attack goes up. Send you to a Trump rally. You know what I was thinking? On the subject of Trump, you know, it's like, I understand what the comeback would be, because there's always something, but you know, how can somebody intimate that like an election was stolen and like run for election again, you know? Like, it's like if I was like playing on a poker site that was rigged, would I claim a poker site was rigged and then turn around and keep playing on it? You know, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would he turn around and run for election again if the election was rigged? That completely doesn't make sense, you know? It's like you're basically destroying your whole concept right there, you know. Gotta make sure it's rigged, right? Like, I think I'm gonna run for election again because that last one was rigged, you know. It's like an admission that it's just a lie. I mean, it's ridiculous. I didn't really want to trade pieces here, but how the heck do I win? Yeah, this is kind of annoying. It just occurred to me, you know, no one ever talks about this. I mean, probably some talk show host has said it, but it's pretty obvious, you know. Like, you don't need to be a brain surgeon to realize if you're being scammed by something or someone, you're not going to like put yourself right back in a situation again. Clearly, it's like an admission that his whole concept is a lie. Oh, let's just run for election again because the last one was rigged. We're going to do it again. Right. Yeah, the exchange sack is a real possibility, but I don't think it quite works. It's a real possibility, but I don't think it quite works. It's kind of like Trump's theory about the election being rigged. Of course, I don't know. No one really ever believed him. I guess that's why no one talks about it. I mean, Well, sadly, there are people who believed him, but they would believe anything. 5G causes, brain cancer. You know what I learned today? Completely unrelated. Speaking of conspiracy theories, this is actually true. Crabs gravitate toward electromagnetic undersea cables. They stay in one place. They like the electromagnetic undersea cables, and it's a serious problem in like the British fishing industry. Because the crabs aren't migrating properly. They're just hanging out with these like undersea cables that are like their buddies. Like, oh, we love you, undersea cable. You make me feel special. Alright. We're not going to migrate anymore. We have the undersea cables now. Queen takes d2 check. See, even if you don't learn something about chess, you get some interesting news that you wouldn't have learned anywhere else on my stream. So, someone wants to join the team. Super Adam. The mildly suspicious ratings. Kind of a big gap there between Rapid and Blitz, but not unbelievable. Alright, we'll accept him. About a 200 point usually. 200 point difference. We got 5-0 today. Luckily. Kimmy Yup is coming back with a win against World Loser. Wonder what the time situation was there. World Loser dropped his queen. He was down a piece anyway. Kim still had a minute and a half left. World Loser's primary weapon is trying to, like, scare the crap out of you by winning on time. Alright. Mickey, 4 points. Kimmy, 3.5. God, just 3. World Loser, 3. Bolt, 3. Acerbate with 3. Acerbate, you're like the lowest rated player in the tournament, aren't you? He is literally the lowest rated player in the tournament. And he is ranked 7th. Nice. Acerbate beat Shachmat 2004. And Goo rated 2183. I don't know, Acerbate. I think you're kind of a sandbagger, personally. 2 rounds left, guys and girls. Please subscribe if you like the stream. Most of you are subscribed, though. Bogachog, thanks for subscribing. You've been subscribed. Mr. Coffee, pretty much everyone in the chat is a subscriber. Mr. Coffee, I didn't realize you were wow, there's a new feature. Former hype train conductor. Wait, what? I didn't know that. Guys, we got to get a hype train for Sunday. There's a former hype train conductor. Was that there before? Are you serious? Former National Master. Gift sub for Bogachok. You what? You have another one in my case. Trophies? Acerbate, a couple wins, you could get on the podium here. It's been a while since the last hype train. Well, 2 Sundays ago. What happened to Move 11? He didn't play? I guess he had to work. But I'm disappointed. Move 11 never plays. I guess work is a problem. It's like the poker game I play in. I'm like, why don't we have people who have jobs? Oh, wait. People with jobs don't have time to play poker. You need opponents who have jobs. We need people who have jobs coming in here. Donating a few bucks to the stream. Unfortunately, most chess players are losers who are unemployed. You know, that's the problem. In order to be a good chess player, you need time to play. And having a family or a girlfriend or whatever you know, takes away chess time. FIDE Master John Curto, who's like in his late 80s and he's still alive, but he was a good competitor, friend of mine. He said that he chose chess over his wife. He literally like divorced his wife. This was a million years ago, but no, you can't be a good chess player and have a job. I mean, it's out of the question. Nefedov never makes it for these tournaments. He doesn't. I don't think he likes blitz that much. Plays in the simul's on Sunday. No, you can't. Speaking of which, Mr. Coffee, are you going to be back in the tournament realm? Now that COVID is semi under control? What about you? I mean, are you going to play tournament chess again? What's going on? I haven't heard anything from you on the tournament front. You have a lot of personal stuff going on? Used to be playing more. Alright, one ongoing game still. Wow. This is a long round. Aldisto joined late, unfortunately. We just saw the end of the game. White resigned. Smells like a Grand Prix attack. No, it was a Pierce. Oh, Aldisto started playing the Pierce. It was one of those... Wow, tough battle. Dr. Tripchance and Aldisto. Aldisto gets the win. Tripchance is really underrated at 2203. Aldisto has plus score, 6.5, 4.5, but I would imagine that they're pretty close. Probably the faster time control would favor Dr. Tripchance. Well, try to think. I think. I've got school. I forgot. The school thing. You're doing online school, right? I forgot about online school. We haven't talked much lately. You had mentioned it once on the stream. Alright. Next round coming up shortly. We'll get a bit battle on Sunday. Maybe Thursday we could have a hype train. This game is over, and it looks like it's still going on my screen. You're playing Czech Republic in November. Ah, I get the messages. I get the emails from Av Contact, which is the organizer of Pardubice. Alice, so what's in Czech Republic? There's like a tournament in Prague or another city. Yeah, they have the Czech chess tour. Although it looks really... Right now, I mean, like COVID is looking really bad, like in this region. Czech Republic is red list. Hungary is going on red list. It's unclear what's going to be happening with the fourth wave of COVID. Czech was a really bad situation before, so it's not in Prague. Okay, they have a whole bunch of great tournament series in Czech Republic usually. They do a great job there. I haven't played in years, but last I was in Prague playing poker. Speaking of the Philidor, I would consider playing in those tournaments, definitely. So this is a dubious line by Black. So he's a gambler. I have not played this player before. I faced I had a friend who used to play this. He would take here. Does that make sense? Or he would take on f3. How did that go? Doesn't make sense. Yeah, he would take on e5 here and go into this ending, which was slightly better for white. But queen d7, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a greedy person. You know, pawn takes is interesting. I mean, isn't this like a good ending for me? I guess he could just keep gambiting pawns and stuff. Clearly Kim is a gambler style player. I mean, they're new to this tournament. I mean, Alisto has to be a decent tournament player. Okay. Queen e7 check. I will not allow this bishop to come to c5. That's out of the question. I can attack f7. It gains the tempo. That might be very useful. If bishop a4, though, b5, bishop e3 serves the same purpose. That might also God. There's a word in Hungarian, also, which means like, I think it's upper. Bishop a4. Let's do it. Yeah, Kim is clearly speed-oriented player. He's oriented towards speed. The need for speed. I really wanted to play f4. I guess I kind of missed the boat there. That could be a bad thing. We missed... Get on the freaking boat. I missed the boat. Missed the bus. My friend Sitash Gabor used to say, miss the bus. You bust the miss. Something around 2050, yeah, that's ridiculous. You're so much better than that. I mean, it's not even close. You could eat 2050s for lunch. Maybe not little kids who are really like getting better, but Alisto's underrated. You're as good as most people who are like high 2100s. Yeah, but he must not play much. And if you play a lot of, like I was talking about this earlier, if you play a lot of games, like, for example, with lower rated players, like if you're playing in club tournaments where you're playing little kids who are 1500, 1600, 1700, stuff like that, it's going to destroy your rating. I mean, you're in big trouble. You don't want to go there. Playing little kids who are rated like 1500 is not a good thing for anybody's rating. The rating system is really messed up. Yeah, I never quite understood you bust the miss, but my friend used to say that all the time. White's slightly better. It's not convincing, unfortunately. I mean, I've played Alisto like 100 games at least. I don't know. It seems like. Mostly it's all been Blitz and Rapid, but I mean, still. He couldn't be like only 2050. I mean, he could be, but he's underrated. I mean, seriously underrated. He's got to be at least 2150 if he's worth anything. Of course, Blitz and Rapid are different than Classical. Maybe you know, you get bored with long games or something, and you don't have the patience for it. Whereas Blitz and Rapid are okay. Okay, maybe. How much do you think I could get if I could teach chess? Well, Trip Chance, I don't know you well enough, but I would guess you could be like a title player. I mean, clearly. I've struggled a lot against you. And you're not like one-dimensional. You're tactically very good, but also super fast and positionally not bad too. Does this move do anything? Does bishop e6 do anything? Because I'm really not sure. Other than put my bishop on a square where it's just going to get attacked, I'm not certain it's a good idea. That's good that I saw that move. I didn't see could even go there. Mr. Coffee, you're getting generous today. Alright, now things are getting kind of weird around here. Okay, this bishop can live, though. I can always come back here if I have to. I was worried about knight a5. Like, okay, yeah, that's a good move. Gotta worry about knight a5. Positional massage. Massage therapy. But I mean, on paper, like, this is not a bad position for the knights, right? There's no passed pawns. The pawn structure is relatively symmetrical. And it's fairly, like, locked. So it's not the worst situation to have, like, two knights versus two bishops. He doesn't really have any good outposts, though. I mean, d4 is covered. And my bishops are really centralized and active. But I would imagine black has good chances to defend here. b4. What would tickle? My throat is tickly. What would Joseph Dorfman say? I don't want to trade rooks with a rook and bishop combo, according to Dorfman's method in chess. But I think in general you don't want to trade pieces here. But rook and bishop are a better combo, and like queen and knight are a better combo. If queens are on the board, you know, he'd probably want to keep the queens on. There are other factors involved. I have rook g1. He's like effectively trying to play what? Knight a5, knight d8. Effective stack size. Yeah, if I play h5, he's kind of holding. Would it have mattered if I played rook g1 first? Can I tickle this pawn on e5? Now he just blundered. That is not good. Yeah, so it's not that easy getting tickled. Fell victim to a tickle attack. I would imagine black has chances to defend there, though. Unfortunately, he's dropping a piece. Unfortunately for him. You know, my bishop is pretty funky here, though. Like, how is my bishop getting out back to reality? It's sort of stuck there. But I mean, still. It's still on the board. That's the important thing. Bad bishop is better than no bishop at all. That's what they say. I heard that somewhere else. Regarding something else. Oh, bad plan is better than no plan at all. There are arguments against that theory in chess, though. I'm not sure that theory is ever really correct. This is a good way to get mated. c6. c6, rook f8. Yeah, I miss over. Yeah, I mean, that's a very dubious coffeehouse opening. If white cooperates with pawn takes pawn, it could get dangerous. Today we have a lot of high-rated players, yeah. What's up? G6. Aspirate forced threefold repetition. Oh, in your game? Yeah, I'm done with that. I'm done trying to mate him. It's like, it's not happening. That's alright, let's just mop up the pawns here. Thanks everybody for playing and tuning in. Looks like we're gonna win it. It's not over yet though. Still got another round to go. Appreciate though all the good players. Altisto, Dr. Trip Chance, World Loser, this guy. A lot of high rated players. Mickey. Who else did I forget? Bolt. Conti de Lunas 2200. There's like 6 or 7 players. Stabvargen seems a little underrated, honestly. There's like 6 or 7 players over 22. It's a strong field. Dr. Trip Chance. Even Goo is 2183. A lot of guys dropped out though, sadly. Sadly, last round game, last ongoing game. Oof. Yeah, this doesn't look good. Shockmat, too many pawns down. Mahor's a tough customer. Back to the tournament. So last round's coming up in a minute. What's the score? Mickey could get 5, actually. He's still playing. I thought there was only 1 game. There's 2. No, it's over. Mickey. Bolt Blixton from the blue. Draw. That keeps Mickey at a distance. Whew, now he can't catch me. That draw means that no one can catch up to me. Yay! So I win the tournament. Unless I withdraw before the last round. Or I'm kicked out for computer assistance or something. One thing I can honestly say is that I've never cheated with a chess engine in my life. That is something I could never live with. Recently, someone who will remain nameless wrote a blog on lichess where they were discussing that they had formerly been a cheater. But I don't think I could trust someone to be reformed. Alright, we've got 6 points. Mickey with 4.5, Stapvargen with 4, Kim with 3.5, Bolt 3.5, Astrobait draw. Astrobait last round. Can I get that pairing? Did I already play Mickey? Astrobait versus Sparkle Horse last round. Come on. We gotta. Astrobait, you must have a high performance rating. You must have a high performance rating. I secured first place. Alisto, fortunately for me, like, started late. I don't know how you could love a game and cheat, you know. I guess the only exception would be if you're like financially destitute and you had no other choice. That I could understand, you know. If you're literally like starving and you had to cheat so you could like eat something, then I understand. Alright, let's go. There it is! Astrobait in the last round. Yes. We're going for a perfect score. Alright, what are we gonna do? We're gonna play serious here. Caro Khan, the anti-Astrobait. This isn't even fair to play the Caro-Kann against him. It's very solid. C4. Not a trendy move, but it's not bad. I remember a tournament game I had in like 1988 where someone played that against me. Wildwood, New Jersey. The guy was a 1900. I think it was a draw. Knight C3. Right, I never remember what I'm supposed to do here. Why is that? Why can I never remember the right move in this position? I'm going to take. I'm not going to let him. His favorite thing is to do C5. I'm not going to let him have his favorite structure. But objectively, maybe you should. Wow. It's coming to get me. F4. Bring it on. You didn't do F4. You did H4. That's pretty psycho, dude. Maybe H6 or H5. Now bishop G5. What else? I don't know, man. This is pretty psycho. He might have some chances here. Isn't that just more attention-seeking cheaters crave? What? What are you talking about, Bogachog? I guess for various reasons why people cheat. I wouldn't understand any of them, but I cheated in Monopoly when I was a little kid. I remember cheating against my mom in Monopoly. I would steal money from the bank when I was like 7 years old. That's really the only game I ever cheated in, to be honest. When she would like leave the room to go smoke a cigarette, I would like steal $100 from the bank. I distinctly remember doing that. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I thought it was very selfish, honestly. It wasn't like a remorseful sort of, oh, I'm so sorry for the people I hurt. The post that I saw was more like, oh, I'm wasting my time and why did I do that? I thought it was very strange. Yeah, getting more attention. Exactly. No, I wasn't impressed, honestly. Personally, I think if you cheated, then shut the heck up and never do it again. You know, would be the best thing to do. I don't want to read about how you were a cheater, you know. Just be glad that you got away with it or didn't get away with it or whatever, and just forget about it and try to be a better person. Yeah, to try to somehow act like you're like a self-help guru by writing this blog is weird. I wasn't impressed. I think if someone was really remorseful, oh, I hurt other people, you know, that wasn't what I saw in the post at all. I was having this discussion with Astrobate of all people. Our last round opponent. I'm surprised we didn't get warned by the site. We said the word cheater in a private chat. Normally I get some kind of warning that I'm going to be banned from the site for the rest of my life if I have a private conversation with someone discussing cheating. It's a little heavy-handed. They like monitor your conversations with the bot, and if it looks like you're possibly if it looks like you're possibly having a conversation where you're accusing someone of cheating, they send you this warning message. Like, I mean, lichess send you a warning message that's like, do not do this. You have to refrain from that I'm not sure they ever stop to think like we're just people having a conversation. You know, it's very weird, sort of Orwellian. Um, it's like an Orwellian thing. Big Big Daddy is watching. I was like, what? Context? Do you know what context is? Sorry, lichess. You have to take context in consideration. I'm having a private conversation with a friend. I'm not, you know, slamming people for cheating and sending them harassing messages. There's a big difference. Whatever. Alright. Masturbate, you're going down, man. So far, I've only managed to collect... He's hanging in there. I've only managed to collect, what? 2 pawns and a slightly better structure. It's like... My uncle went to Disney World, all I got was a stupid t-shirt. Gotta give him credit, though. He's a fighter. He's improving. 2 pawns and a better structure. We'll take it. It's not a big deal. Yeah. Should I play f6? Yeah? Yeah, I should. Probably. Maybe not. Maybe he has like rook h7 followed by... Does he have rook h7 followed by knight h4? Yeah, maybe it's better to take... I mean, I'm up 3 pawns here. Maybe 2. Maybe only 2 now. I don't know. That's a tough call. Honestly. Maybe it was a mistake to take, but it's certainly safer to leave him with the pawn on g6. I think there you made a mistake. You should play rook g1. I mean, this is a position he could save against like a lesser player, probably. Or even me. If I'm not really paying attention. You gotta really give him credit for hanging in there. If I had enough beers, I could mess this up. Most likely. How do I make progress? 2 pawns up, and I'm having trouble making progress. He's blockaded my pawns. Look at my pawns. Those are my past pawns. Those are my extra pawns. They're all immobilized. Seriously. And his extra... You know, the fact that he has a double pawn over there doesn't really do anything. Gotta give the guy credit. He is massively hanging on here. This is super annoying. No cheapo whatsoever. Damn, sees everything. No, I mean, I think I play better with a little bit of beer. A little bit makes me stronger. But that's probably not the case with all people. Depends on your makeup. Man, this is really annoying. You're driving me freaking crazy here. Holy God, he's hanging on. How the heck do I win this position? It's amazingly difficult. 3 pawns up. It's so hard to mobilize these 3. And I'm getting low on time. Yeah, it's a terrible blunder. Isn't it? Is it not a blunder? I think it's got to be a blunder. We're going to give you that. Have that. One on G7. You can even have two. Yeah, I get this one. You got to give him full credit for hanging on, though. Still, there's some game left. White is lost, objectively. This will be two connectors. But you see Astrobate's talent. His talent is unquestionable. The speed, which he put up, reasonable resistance. I think very impressive. However, now he's crossed the line. To unmaintainable position. All right, good game, man. Good tournament. 7 points, we did it. Mickey with 5. Stop Vargan 4.5. But there are still... So Mickey's got clear second. Good tournament. Losing just one game against Cheesy Noob. No, sorry, against me. Me? I forgot. Yeah. You lost just against me. 5 points. Stop Vargan lost just 2 against me. And first round upset against... No. That was a tough pairing. It was World Loser. So you lost. You had a good tournament. Only 2 strong players. But the question is, can Kim or Bolt Blixton... Aldisto's out of contention with late start. Can Kim or Bolt Blixton take 3rd place? Kim is positionally getting sort of Magnus Carlsenized. This is such a beautiful pawn structure for black. It's a minority attack, essentially. This minority against this majority on the queen side. And white's, down a pawn on the other side, so things are pretty bad. He needs like a desperate defense. It doesn't look like white should trade into the rook ending. I mean, this is a no-brainer. You got more time. But he's forced. He can't avoid the exchange of queens. This rook ending looks really tough for white, but it's possible it could be hard to win it. I love black's pawn structure, though. This is a classic. This Alexander Ivanov used to play this in a Gurgenidze Karo-Kan all the time. He would just kill people. Yeah, you force the trade of queens. He couldn't avoid the exchange of queens. That's a major problem. So now there's this huge weakness on c3, plus the 7th rank. It's not good. It looks like, though, there's still a small chance. Wow, rook d1 is a mean move. Oof. Damn, that's pretty rough. So how fast can we get our king in the game? Like rook at e3. This is nasty, though. He has rook d3. And then trying to trade rooks, forcing a trade of rooks. It's game over. Unless the king and pawn game could be held. Is there a chance this could not be a win for black? Pawn up? I doubt it. And if white's king was on e5 or something. There is e4 break. He should play e4 there. He should have played e4 before it was too late. I don't think this is going to work. I'm not sure it would have saved him, though. Probably he was lost anyway. There's not a lot of room for saving the king and pawning games down pawn. But there are some exceptions. Maybe the only chance is h5. h5. Could even play g5. Oof. Maybe even g5 now. After h5, you have to take on h5. King takes h5. I imagine slowly like white will be in Zugzwang. h5, take. King e6, king g6, f5, king g5. Then like f4. Game over. I don't know about taking on d4. I guess that works too. It's probably all lost for white here. Square of the pawn. Are you in the square of the pawn? That's important. See, he's not in the square of the pawn. He's got to get back here in time. So he has to play king f4 now, or he can't stop the pawn. He has to be in this square of the pawn, to draw. Now he's still in the square, but black has protected passer, so it's game over. Yeah, I mean, you don't get the feeling that Bo Blixton was born yesterday. This guy is an experienced player. I think he's underrated. But he's 22.04 in classical. Oh, he's 23.04 in blitz, so he's solid. He's solid. All right, his classical is new. All right, guys. Thanks everybody for playing. Thanks for your kind support. Sparkle Horse 7. Mickey with second place, impressive, 5 points. Let's see, performance rating for me was 26-28. Honestly, I just feel like I was a little lucky today. I mean, nobody played really well against me. I don't feel like everybody played their best games today. I wasn't really in great form. I didn't play that well, and I still got 7. Mickey with 5, second place, 23-19. Bolt Blixen gets to third place with a win. Solid endgame. He lost again just against me, and he was upset by Schachmat. Looks like he was overpressing. Asterbait had a draw against a 2400 player. That might be his record. Well, I mean, he's drawn me in Simul's, but in Blitz, I don't know what his record is. Nefedov. Thanks for joining us. Nefedov, make sure to say goodnight to the little chess players. We've got Stat Vargan with fourth. Just got eked out. God had no draws. 4 wins and 3 losses. Kim is a new player with 3.5. Conte, 3.5. No, so it's a strong tournament where you got players who are 2200 finishing at 50%. Asterbait with 50%, losing to me in the last round. He drew. Just to show you guys, Asterbait drew. I can't see the board. He drew against Audisto. Wow. I'm leaving. It's time for bed. Sorry, Blacks. World Loser came late and only played 3 games. No, I'm sorry, World Loser was here. I was thinking of Audisto. World Loser left early, 3 games. 4 games, 5 games. Mahar with 3 points. We're just about done. We had a total of 24 players. Bo Blixen with 23.55 performance, 3rd place. Bronze trophy. I was first. But again, I didn't feel like I was tested today. I was actually against God. I was really lucky. Last time I won a tournament, I was lost in like 2 games or 3 games. Today I was only like clearly worse against God. I mean, if you look at my games, Drukol was okay. Bo Blixen was okay. Mickey was okay. But against God, I was like in big trouble with an opening blunder and still won. Stapvargan was a grind. Kim was a better opening, and then Asterbait in the last round. So I was only like clearly worse in one game, but never had a lost position. I didn't feel like everybody put max pressure on me today. Last time I had like three lost positions I won. Next time hopefully Schieberspieler can play. He's usually very brutal. Somebody record Slaji's voice. Why did you say that? 3M variation. Yeah, maybe that should be a candidate for the Halloween. The week of Halloween, I want to have. We're gonna have the Tuesday before Halloween. We'll have what do you call it? Thematic tournament for that week. I haven't decided yet whether to pick one out or do a poll. Asteroid wanted to have Halloween last week. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for your support, for being subscribers on the stream, and we'll be back tomorrow morning, Wednesday. Also, I want to note Thursday night we have a subscriber stream. So please, we don't have many games submitted. Please submit your games for Thursday to me directly at Sparklehorse on lichess. Thank you, everybody. Mr. Coffee, for your continuous support. Thanks, guys, for making a good tournament tonight. Nils showed up. You won't submit your game, you refuse? Don't refuse, Nils. We don't want to miss it. It's like watching a soap opera. You guys won't see my last game, that's for sure. Very exciting draw. You forfeited. Oof. I only forfeit when I fall down, like, fire escapes. Or I'm late to my... Or I missed an adjournment once. It takes very exceptional circumstances for me to forfeit. I hope it's the same for you, Nils. Thank you for showing up, man. It's a little late, though. We're going to go and get ready for tomorrow's stream. I'd like to thank everyone for joining. Maybe we could do a little raid. Let's see. No, it's chess.com. Never mind. All right, guys. No raids today. We will be back tomorrow morning. You're sick and did a COVID test? Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, well, then you had a reason to forfeit. That's not like you forfeited. It kind of implied like you forgot about the game or something. Yeah. Well, that's probably for the best. I wouldn't call it forfeiting. Yeah, but Chessbia. All right, well, we can do a raid on Chessbia. I don't like chess.com, but because it's Chessbia, she's a friend. We can raid Chessbia. All right. We'll see y'all later. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.